So, I'm a little late. Sorry about that. I lost a friend recently, and I kind of retreated into myself mentally for a little while. But I'm back out into the real world once again. I don't say this for sympathy, by the way. I just want to be honest with you guys. Don't give me sympathy. In fact, if anybody leaves me sympathy, you will be mentioned by name in my suicide note. So if I seem a little dour or down, that's why, but I'm hoping BAND-MAID can bring me out of it a little bit. Let's catch up on this stuff. I know that we got this BAND-MAID official video and then two B-side tracks that I am going to be reacting to also, probably next week. Okay, let's hop into this bad boy. Oh man, new BAND-MAID. Wow. It's big. It's grand. We're taking something over. Really interesting riff there to begin with. I really don't even know what to make of it, to be honest. I love this little guitar note that comes in before everything else, though. Ah, okay, cool. So she's playing some unique chords over there, you know, with some of the higher strings that you normally don't hear, and just turned it into a cool little riff. Sounds cool. All right, let's keep going. Hey, nice little switch up with the drums there too. I love when they do that. Okay, cool. You know what's a little weird? When I pop this up, right, I get all kinds of recommendations on my YouTube now for people reacting to BAND-MAID, right? And a lot of the more prominent reactors, their views for this song weren't that high. So I kind of assumed I was going to be walking into something that maybe wasn't top-notch BAND-MAID quality, just based on that alone, because not as many people are watching reactions for it. But I got to be honest, man, like, this is cool. This is a cool song. Like, it's got a different vibe to it than a lot of other BAND-MAID songs do. It's a very simple beginning, right? We go, the intro riff is just chords for the most part, even though they're funky chords, they're slow chords. And then just going into palm mutes, fine, sort of like a basic little build-up, right? But then when we go into the second part of the verse, and then into the pre-chorus, and we start playing with different time signatures, just a lot of unique sounds in there. Let's just take it back to that. Starting right here with this little transition, right? Okay, so we're gonna bring out this chord, right? But we got one of the guitars brings out a chord, the other guitar is actually still playing a riff here. I can't really hear the riff though. Bass, boo-doo. So whatever's happening here is really interesting sound. And I can't tell what's happening based on the video here, but it almost sounds a little out of key. There's slides and bends, and they're so pronounced that it's almost forcing the notes out of key. That's a risky play. It's a risky move right there. Like, for me, personally, I'm always looking for stuff that's a little weird, so I personally like it. But that's a riff that I could see turning off the mainstream fan a little bit. The drums are so interesting through this part. Hold on. I gotta go back. This is gonna take forever. It's gonna take forever to get through the song. I'm sorry, guys. all those bass riffs. I'm just gonna take it back to this part. I mean, so many times that transition could have ended and it just didn't. And they were like, no, we're not done. We're going to build this up until we get to that very perfect point of climax, which I think they achieved, honestly. Giggity. So we're going with a little bit, she's the drummer, Akane, taking the cymbals, right? Psh, psh, holding down the thing, so it just kind of gives you that quick clank thing on that line, that second line there. Right here. With the bass pedal, but then after that she's going to go into this roll, and I think she's on, I don't think she's actually on a drum. I think she's rolling on the actual metal part of the snare right there. It might be on the snare. I can't tell. Like, they play with their production sounds with the drums every once in a while, and sometimes they quiet them or increase the volume, so it's kind of hard to tell exactly what's happening. But there's a lot of really, really interesting stuff going on just between this, like, 10 seconds right here. Let's listen to it one more time. Wow. And I love how there's a little bass line going through when the drums are brrrr. Classic BAND-MAID feel chorus. It's got the hook. It's got the earworm to it, right? And I will say, it's an iconic sound. It is a great thing to take advantage of. What I'm talking about is half-timing the chorus halfway through, right? Which they're doing here. They do that a lot. Maybe verging on the territory of too much. We'll see by the end of the song. I gotta go back and listen to that one more time, honestly. I can't, it sounded like a halftime, but then it picked up later. So, interestingly, the bass drum is continuing, but the rest of the stuff is halftiming, right? So the bass drum is still boo-doo, 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 boo-doo. It isn't slowing down at all. But the snare and the cymbals are cut in half, and it gives you that sort of sense where the song is continuing to move forward. It's still got a pace to it, it's staying on that similar pace, but something just changed, you know? I like that. I like that better than just half-timing it normally. The people that hate pausing are going to absolutely hate this video. Yeah, so back to the intro riff, right? Hey, nice run, Psyche. Konami going ham throughout that whole chorus, too. Wow. What a difference in that second verse. Wow. Okay, so let's talk about that second verse for a second. It was like, I don't know, a quarter of the length of the first verse, maybe? They rang out the chords, and, well, Miku was ringing out the chords when they were doing the palm mutes in the first verse, and then you had Konami actually doing sort of like a, I don't know, sort of like a pop-punk with a metal style. It was like a, you know, like just playing the notes at the end of the lines and stuff, and it sounded really cool. But then they skipped the whole second part of the verse, and they skipped the first two parts of the pre-chorus, and then just went right into that transition, which is pretty crazy, man. Like, that verse lasted like 2 seconds, and that was the shortest verse I've ever heard them do. And it's really interesting, like, when you think about it, like, if I were to ever shit on anything that Metallica does, it's that extend their verses for too damn long, you know, and it's like, I've already heard the verse. You know what I mean? I know what the verse sounds like. You, as Metallic, you're probably not changing the verse up that much the next time that you play it. So it's like every once in a while you listen to a song like Ride the Lightning or something, or even Master of Puppets, where they throw that third verse at the end of the song after the bridge, and it's exactly the same as the first two verses, and it's like 30 seconds long, and you're like, was this really necessary? Did this have to exist here? And BAND-MAID right now is just like, yo, we get it. We're not going to do any of that shit. You hear it once, that's all you need. We're going to move right back on. Let's hear it. I'm excited to see what this bridge is going to sound like, though. We're 1 minute and 46 seconds in. We've already heard 2 verses, 2 choruses, and the intro twice. That's fast for a BAND-MAID song to get to this point. We're about to hit the bridge before the 2-minute mark. So I'm pretty amped, man. I'm just saying, like, this is different. This is unique. This is... Let's see. Man, this could go anywhere. Wow. Yeah. now Konami's pulling in that black hole shit, man. Ooh! Ew! Disgusting. Oh, we're gonna go clean here too? Oh man. I like that. I liked a lot of that. I liked a lot of that. Okay, let's take it back. Let's listen to the whole friggin' thing again. And let me just say, I think it's really cool. First of all, she doubled that solo time. Thank you. Appreciate it. I've been begging for it. It happens. Love that Psyche rang out that note just to kind of start and almost... She doesn't really do that a lot. Not on the bridges. She kind of like sits out the bridges. So it's nice to get her going on a run here, which is... She doesn't go on a lot of runs in general, and she's done it several times in this song, so I think that we're actually really seeing, you know, a high point of Psyche's delivery here also. Let's see. They're perfect together. Good singers. Wow, what a cool way to get into a solo, man. Such a progressive solo for Konami. I mean, it definitely feels more like a No God or a Black Hole than some of their older songs. So I'm sure that there are some people, some of the old school sort of classic BAND-MAID fans that might not dig parts of this song. Like I said, there was that progressive part in the first pre-chorus also, which with all the bends and stuff, it just makes it sound a little bit, you know, like it doesn't fit exactly perfect, but that's the stuff that kind of attracts me personally. I think it's cool to try to do that stuff, you know? It's easy to follow the scale. You know exactly where the note's supposed to be. So if you mess with it, that takes a little bit of musicianship. I mean, it's so weird. And like, what the hell is Konami? Konami's still just hitting notes. I don't know if they even go with the bass notes. That one note that Misa's hitting in the beginning, she's going real high. I don't think they're showing it on screen when she does it. Oh wait, is that it right there? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's just... I respect the move. I respect the move to, like, you know, jump out of the box a little bit. And what is happening here with the production? This production is really strange too. The drums got so loud. The cymbals. Ugh. If anybody's reacting to this and they're not calling out what Misa's doing in the background, they're not paying attention, man, because she's just been having fun this whole time, man. I really love what Konami's doing through this chorus, too. All the riffs, man, I mean... What? Yo, that ending too, man. Wow. Let's hear that note from Psyche one more time. Wow. Damn. Yo, that was cool as hell. That was cool as hell. I like that a lot. You know, it's funny. Like I said, a lot of the reactions aren't getting big views for this song, and I'm getting more requests for their B-sides than I was for this music video, to tell you the truth. But I thought that was fantastic. That to me is, you know, the upper echelon for BAND-MAID songs. Like, why isn't it getting the love that it deserves? I've mentioned in the past, sometimes it's hard for me to pay attention to drums just because I'm a guitarist, so it's always where my focus is directed, but she stole my heart a little bit throughout this song. Like, I mean, she already had it, but she, like, grabbed it and pulled it towards her a little bit more because she was just fantastic throughout this whole song with all of her different creative little drum beats that would only last a couple bars and she'd switch it up. Man, they really don't give you a chance to get bored. I love how they do these things, and I really think that they've found that line that like they just skate on it, you know? They're just like skating this line between mainstream rock sound and progressive metal. Love that song. Banger. Can't wait to listen to the next ones. Peace.